How do you get a teenager to clean their room? Excellent question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, this show is brought to you by mycleaningconnection.com, and in the resource section, we have a whole section on cleaning for kids and teenagers. All right, so on to today's question, which comes from somebody who watched a show that we did the other day on how to get kids to clean. Now, in the show we did the other day, there was a really important piece of information that we shared with you, and it was on my data versus your data. Now, no matter how old the kid is, no matter if it's a teenager or a college kid or your spouse, when you ask a question to anyone for any reason, what you're asking for is give me your data. Because people will argue with your data, but they will never argue with their own. So when you're trying to get a kid inspired, a teenager or a young adult, to clean their space or to clean their room, what you need to do is you need to ask them, what does a clean room look like to you? And have them give you their data. Once they give you their data, now you have some information to go from. Once you have the data on what they think a clean room is, you can either agree to that or you can add on to that. And now together you can come up with what a clean room is. When I ask you to clean your room, here's what I'm asking. Do you understand? Do you agree? Okay, once you've had that conversation, now as a young adult or as a teenager, there are things that are going to inspire a teenager that are not blue ribbons. Those things are going to be electronics. It's going to be the car keys. It's going to be gas for the car. It's going to be insurance for the car. It's going to be going out with friends and needing money. There are a bunch of other things that a young adult or a teenager needs that maybe a young child does not need. Instead of cash, and I know some families give allowances for their kids for chores or what have you, but instead of giving cash, it's easy to work a point system. A point system in their head is not the same as dollars. Each point is worth so many dollars. So you might say 10 points equals $1. And I'm using this in US terms. It's going to be different from euros or pesos or pounds or whatever your currency is. Let's say $1 equals 10 points. And so then you place a value on everything. If you make your bed, that is worth 5 points. If you clean up the vanity around where you brush your teeth, that is worth 5 points. If you empty the trash and you take it out to the curb on trash day, that is worth 5 points. And so all the points get to be added up and tallied up so that you are able to keep a running tally of the different points that your child has earned. Now what happens is if they misbehave, if they skip school, if they don't do their homework, if they come home late from school or whatever it is, then points are deducted. And so you can have earning points and you can have points taken away. Now when they go to buy something, you buy those with the points. Let's see how many points you have, which equals so many dollars. I'm so sorry. I guess you don't get to go out with your friends to the movies this weekend because you don't have enough points to go. Now, a lot of parents will just give their kids money, and they give their kids new shoes, and they give their kids smartphones and games and electronics and PlayStations and all these things. And what happens is the kids don't put any value on it because they didn't earn it, and they don't take care of it. And because they don't take care of it, they drop the phones in the toilet, and they smash the PlayStations. And things get thrown at the computer screens that you have to replace the whole computer or you have to replace the screen. Or they lose the remote control on the TV. Whatever. They don't take care of stuff because there's no value in it. But suddenly if everything has a value and there are points, what's going to happen is they're going to start keeping track of the points. You will too, but suddenly everything has a value. And you'll notice that your kids not only keep a cleaner space, but they start taking care of the things that they have. If they had to buy a shirt for 250 points, it's unlikely it's going to sit there on the floor where it gets stepped on. That shirt has value. And so they're going to hang it up when they're done with it, and they're probably going to make sure that it goes in the wash and it gets a stain on it, that they rub it out with a dish soap or whatever so that it's not a stained shirt because they paid 250 points for it. And so what you want to do is you want to create a value with the things that you let your children earn. And by doing that, what happens is it creates a whole new environment of they're not just entitled to receive stuff for free. As a result, they have to earn what they have. And so when you come in and you say, it's time to clean your room and I'm going to be in 15 minutes to check, you're coming in with a checklist and you're going to be adding points. And little things like picking up all the toys equals 5 points. That's 5 more points than they didn't have a minute ago. And so if picking up all the clothes or putting the clothes in the hamper or cleaning out the vanity or scrubbing out the toilet, if all of these things have points attached, they could rack up 100 points very quickly. And so what you want to do is you want to create value for them so that it's easy to earn points, but also that those points are redeemable for something. Now, the truth of the matter is there are going to be things that you're going to give your kid anyway because you love your kid and you provide for your kid. But if you teach your kid from a very young age that everything has a price associated with it, then as the child gets older and they want to buy bigger things, because the day will come when they're like, hey, mom, dad, I'm old enough to drive a car. Can you buy me a car? I don't know. Let's see how many points you have. Oh my goodness. How many points? You mean I got to earn the car too? Yeah. And if you start telling them that when they're 8 or 10 years old, they can start saving their points toward a vehicle. Now, I promise you this. If the kid has to buy their own car, they're going to take care of it. They're not going to let people eat in it. They're not going to get all kinds of junk in it. They're going to vacuum it out. They're going to take it down to the car wash. I mean, they're going to take care of this vehicle because they had to pay for it. The same goes with their college education. Instead of you just giving it to them and letting them blow away their college years being drunk at parties, suddenly they had to earn this. These are points that they earned. And as you put those points towards something of value, it's a whole different ballgame because now they value that. And they will take that value into their adulthood where they appreciate the things that they earn instead of just expecting that the whole world is going to give them a living and they got to do nothing in exchange. All right, so that, my friend, is how you teach a teenager or a grown adult, young grown adult that lives with you, how to clean up after themselves. You create a rewards system that is based on points and they are redeemable for things that are of value to that person. There you go. Alrighty, that's my 2 cents for today. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.